Okay, well, I'm going to jump out, get another surface sample and stuff. But we did just save a huge, like, hulking behemoth of a rocket here. So that's very good. And we're going to get, not very much science. I'd imagine we'll probably get no more than 15. Probably get like 10 or so from the main thing. We'll get a little bit from this. I don't know how much we're going to get from returning a rocket from high Kerbal orbit. If it even counts as a rocket being at high Kerbal orbit, I'm not sure that it will. Let's just go ahead and recover it, and we'll see what it says. And if it does say high Kerbal orbit, that's excellent, because I would very much like for it to be high Kerbal. So we can get some more sciences. So we got okay, we got about 15. That's not horrible. All right, so from Kerbal orbit 1.7 science. Okay, most of it came from the goo observation from Kerbin's upper atmosphere, which whatever. Unfortunately, I know we didn't get very much science in the North Pole, if I recall correctly. I'm gonna go check. I'm gonna go check at R&D and see what it says we got from the North Pole. I don't think we got a goo observation or a crew report. I know we got a surface sample and maybe the report though. We have more upgrades in there. Oh, it's just teasing me. Okay. So we have 58 science. I believe that's enough to unlock another one of these nodes, but we have all of them except for this one, and the next ones are 90, so we might just want to save up for the next ones. Oh yeah, this is what we want solar panels, so we'll go for electronics next. With the advanced rocketry, I expect to be able to build a rocket that can, like, I'm gonna go for a month flyby next. See what we can get from that. Right, so, and then next we'll have this survey lander. That'll be back and they'll be done building in 3 days. That's nice. Life support, we're fine with this aero rockets. Oh right, we want to check what we got from the North Pole in terms of science. So we have no information about anything except for Kerbin, right? Yes. We have a lot of research from Kerbin. Okay, so we have the shores, we have an EVA from the ice caps, and I believe we have a surface sample from the ice caps. But grassland, shores, deserts, ice caps, we have 2 reports. Yeah, we have an EVA report and a surface sample. But we don't have a goo or anything else. We have tons of water reports. We have a good deal of grasslands, shores, launch pads. We have 4 reports. Actually, maybe I should do the airstrip. I don't know if we can do that actually, because we'll just do it the next time. The first time we launch an aircraft, we'll just get we'll get that science. Because it'll probably be a fairly experimental aircraft. I don't think we actually have. Okay, yeah, we do. We have 0.1 build-ups per second on the aircraft, which is fine because we'll probably have to build up a lot of aircraft. I really don't like them that much. So we're gonna hopefully launch one of these thingies here. Oh, good. It's dawn. That's almost daytime. It's a step in the right direction. Okay, so in 5 days we'll have advanced rocketry. 3.2 science out of the survey launcher. This thing's going to go into a polar orbit, and assuming it works out, we're just going to land it and recover it. So we're probably will be like a 0 science mission, but that's okay, because we have other things to do. So we don't want to launch our survey probe into orbit, of course, until we have the solar panels, because it won't last very long. I don't know how long it'll last exactly. It takes 58 an hour or 54 an hour, so something like that. And we have how much electrical charge? I think we're going to have like maybe 2,000 on the final thing, so let me just pull out a calculator here. So if we have 2,000 and about 50, I'm going to go 54 an hour, that will give us 37 hours, so it's not even 2 days. So that's a little bit unfortunate. You want to just I know this thing's payload isn't quite as large or rocket, but I'm not going to touch it anyway. I just want to go straight up until we finish up with the solid 4 booster, and then we're going to start turning north. Because we, of course, want to be in orbit. That's how we do it. So far, flight status is nominal, which is what we want. Yeah, I think we have too many control circuits to do. I'm gonna lower that number down to perhaps 4. I'm glad this thing isn't breaking. It's not just a Kerbal drone or something. It hasn't broken yet, which is nice because I like it not working when you stuff. I mean, as you see, the rockets still break even with the Kerbal drone. It's not consistent, not just like super ducted. Oh Jesus! Did it again! It did it again. I think I'm turning over way too early, to be honest. I want to keep going in that direction, yes, but I would like to, also get on and stuff. You know how it goes. still going forwards. And we want to make sure we're mostly in line. Oh, don't tell me we're sidestepping. We're 40,000 meters off. There's practically no atmosphere. Actually, I mean, there's a non-insignificant amount. It is pretty small still, though. Or, not small, but you know what I mean. Whatever. Alright, so we're almost back on target. I'm going to rotate ourselves a little bit so we're facing the right direction. So yeah, I mean, this should be a fairly easy orbit to get into compared to the last one, because we have the same amount of fuel, except this time we're not trying to go very high. We just want like a nice stable 100-kilometer orbit, I think is what I'm going to aim for here. So once this thing hits 100 kilometers, we're just going to stop, and then we'll try to do some circularization burns later. Oh, whoops, I turned it for way too much. And then we'll be able to get ourselves into a nice orbit, and hopefully just scan the entire planet for Kethane, and that will just be like a sort of survey test, because we don't actually need Kethane anywhere on Kerbal. It'd just be kind of nice to have, or we just want to see exactly how all these systems work, so we'll be prepared to do it later when it comes time to do it on the moon. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to set up a base on Minmus, and once we get to Minmus and set up our base, because it's very, very easy to get to Minmus. That's like no trouble at all, to be honest. Or not no trouble at all, but I mean, once you like get there, you could land with like RCS. It's not even an issue. So that's going to be our objective. So we're almost high enough for our apoapsis. Yes, there we go. That's 100 kilometers. And now, it doesn't matter if the apoapsis is like right over the North Pole or anything, because we don't care. So we're using a little bit of electricity. We're going to get it all back, though. We still have a ton of fuel left. We might not even need any of this fuel up here. We could just use one of those structural girder thingies. Right, so I think we're out of the atmosphere here. We're very good. So I want to just sort of warp up here. And then once we get close, because I, of course, don't want to expand the apoapsis very much, I want to burn as close to the apoapsis as possible, because that's how it works. So now that we're about right there, I'm going to burn just pretty quickly here, because we're almost already in orbit. We just need to extend the periapsis a little bit out here. We want to get to 100,000 so that they switch like that. Perfect. This is pretty much exactly what we're going to do for the other run, for the other rocket. Still 200 liquid fuel left. So there's, of course, oh shoot. Oh, I didn't put parachutes on this. That's really unfortunate, because there's no way we're going to be able to land this thing without parachutes. Oh well, I guess we'll just turn it around, do a quick retro burn here, and let it burn up. Because, whatever. I mean, of course, it's going to be coming back, but we're not going to get any of it back, so this is just going to be like 9 days of building, just going out the drain. Although, we do now know, I know, I could have done this simulation at this point, but I now know it does in fact work. All of these systems work as intended, which is very good to know, of course. So this thing should easily be able to get us into orbit, even with some of the weird, really journey and corkscrewy stuff. Yeah, I kind of doubt I'm just going to roll this fuel up. Well, there's no real point, so and let this thing die. So we have 2400, which is a little bit. So how much meters per second? We use 0.03 per second. So I'm going to do a more precise calculation now that I know this to get a little bit more information out of this. So that'll give us 80,000 seconds, which is 44 hours. So yeah, if we just launched this thing, it would be up there for 44 hours and then just run out of electricity, which is not good enough. I guess we get to see like some nice fireworks and stuff, assuming that this engine explodes. If it doesn't explode, actually, I would consider trying to land it, because that'd be pretty sweet. We have a little bit of fuel here. Why is it turning? Stop turning. I have no idea why it's doing that. Okay. Did I set it on like cinematic mode or something? I don't know. I fixed it by pressing C. Or maybe it just fixed itself on its own while I put it into press C. Why? We can't kill the crew, but we might as well try it, right? I mean, why not? Maybe we can just slow down dramatically. I kind of doubt we're going to fuel anyways, but why not try? Alright, so 100 meters per second, that's way too fast. No, we might be able to land this. I mean, there's no way we wouldn't be able to land that with a rocket booster, of course. There's just no way. But, maybe we can land this. We can't do a crude port, that doesn't make sense. I don't know why I would have tried that. also don't have landing legs or anything. Oh god, well, we have over half of it, so I'm just gonna warp down a little bit. Actually, I wonder what kind of acceleration do we get on this? I think that's a few G's of acceleration, I think, or maybe 2. I don't know exactly. I'm not like doing math on it as we're falling, but well, I guess I could. But yeah, it's okay. And this is just sort of for fun. I don't really expect to be able to land this. Although actually, now I'm looking at the stats and our height and everything. I think I'm pretty sure we can. We don't have very good specific impulse down here, but that's fine. You know, whatever. It's pretty good. Huh. I did not expect to be landing this thing at the North Pole when I did this. Or when I launched this earlier today. When I launched this 14 minutes ago, I did not expect this to be able to land. But here we are, landing. We have a ton of fuel left, actually. So we have way more fuel than we need on this thing. So I'm actually gonna see if I can lighten the load for the actual survey launch craft, and probably give it. Actually, no, because maybe I'll give it a FLT 100 or something. Because that way, I know it's a little less efficient to burn like this, but I'm still gonna do it because I just want to lightly kiss the ground here. With the great Dr. Rodney McKay, kissing is the way to land. But that was actually going to put out some more of a glorious. We did lose the engine, but that actually went really well, and we should probably get some science from recovering it from the pools, I would think. That's cool. I didn't even expect to get any science out of that, so any science we get is just plain old bonus. So let's see how much we got. We got 0.3. Very nice. More than I expected. Okay. So now we want to, let's see how long until 5 days until that. So yeah, we couldn't even build another rocket before that's done. So we'll have some science tech and some advanced rocketry. So now we have both of these things done, which is good. So now we have a bunch of new parts. We were going to take the science tech, and we're probably going to take it pretty far out. Actually, I think we'll take the science tech on its first mission, just straight out to the Mun, because that's pretty awesome. Survey launcher, right? We want to work on this, so we want to do just 3. And now we're going to modify the subassembly basic lifter here, just like that. Except now is 3 fewer parts, because now there's only 3 of these fins at the bottom. Presumably this will be safer. I don't really feel like testing it out, to be honest. But oh wait, we still have heat shields. We have 36 batteries saved. Yeah, I guess that was the main triumph from this thing, isn't it? It's the batteries we saved. Okay, now we're gonna take the Explorer Mark IV. We're just gonna do a quick refit on here for a couple things. One, I think we're just gonna plain old take this engine off, and we're gonna take this glue off, and we're gonna take this off. And instead, we're going to put on one of these science thingies because we need, like 30 science or something. And we're gonna put the mystery goo. We're going to do this, actually, because I do happen to know that these things are pretty weak when it comes to crashing into the ground. They're only 6 meters per second, which is not so great. I don't actually know how this thing gets mounted. Oh, apparently it gets mounted, like, just anywhere? I can also probably put it on top of something, but I'm not going to do that. Alright, so we're going to do this. We're going to have it like this, because this thing, these structural things have really high crash tolerance. So we can just smack into the ground with one of these and we'll be fine. So we put these high enough so that they won't take the force of being smashed into the, I don't want to put them into the thing, that'd be bad. Okay, they're going to take the force, but that's okay, because they can take up to 12 meters per second. Oh my god, what the hell is going on with this computer? Alright, well, because they can take up to 12 meters per second of crashing. Okay, it's fixed itself now. Nice. That's kind of it. We want these things to be here. So we're going to have this landing gear too, because it, of course, is good for landing. And this way, it should be able to fit inside of one of these expanded fairings. No, it's not going to fit. Let's just do this. That fits actually pretty well. Of course. Let's